A piece of land that's been bulldozed to the ground. They're the ultimate labyrinths that humanity has to face. The figure of a young man gradually appeared. When you turn your back, looking at the crumbling scenes behind me. Now Basic Ackman has discovered something. A monster screams, "How dare you!" This is the Ice SAO line of destruction. The Romeopolitan's eyes are sharp. He looked at the people below. They are the poor people who dare to fight me. All of these people are heroes. Come to fight. The devil looks at his arm. 10:55 has passed. When you remember the tragic scenes of the past, countless friends are loved. I had to fall on this hellish world. I raise my face. Look directly at the monster. It's over, Napolitan. The basic sound is very strong. I will kill you and put an end to this hell. And waves of rock are constantly tossing in the air. The explosion happened in your prediction. Your eyes are now filled with determination. A clenched fist forward, he said. The ultimate magic analysis is complete. Acid stands on this side constantly screaming. I've sealed its dragon sound. And the people in the back applauded. Well done, Desir. Everybody's rushing forward right now. It ended with a determined will. We can stop this monster. End it. Still can't seem to believe the truth. Napolitan can't open his eyes. He looked at the clouds of smoke rising. This can't happen. Slowly stood up, his body trembling. When you see a large fossil lying on the ground, I think in the end, we're out of this hell too. The space is now quiet. Everybody's sitting around in one place right now. Raphael gave a smiling head rub. Good job, everyone. We saved the world. Azion is serious. I don't understand why there has been no announcement. Notice of completion. It's not a SAO mission. The ultimate goal of this world of darkness. Kill that dragon. That's what he heard. Put your hands up and rub your nose. You're right, once the mission is complete, we can go back to the real world. He continued, but this place looks different. It doesn't follow the normal rules of the world. The best night is to wait a little. Suddenly, a sound came out. 150 million people, and only 6 of us survived. The survival rate is no. No, 04. Israel's idiots are voicing a ridiculously low number. One girl added, don't do the math. It can't bring back the dead. Israel is now calmly speaking. Every time something happens, we have to try to understand it. 99% of witches are dead. We need to understand where we're wrong. I sat still for a while laughing. Whatever it is, enjoy it. Because we saved the world. The girl sitting on the opposite cliff. Her eyes were fixed on the group of them. And suddenly, the blonde just laughed. Hey, Raphael, if you weren't here. It must have been a lot harder. He laughed excitedly. There is no. He looked at the armor next to him. Proud to protect everyone. That's the job of a swordsman like me. And then I turned to look at you. The Nazis played a much more important role than I did. Azian sees that also added. That's right. Maybe we couldn't beat it. If there is no offer of help. Dasit heard it so furiously. And Jad Israel also added. To be honest, I thought you'd die first. His eyes were suspicious. Even though you're helped by holy things. How to? A bell-level magician like you. Unable to analyze the magic pattern of the dragon's voice. You know how to seal it. It's a high-level analytical skill for me. Even a level 7 magician can't do it. Everyone is quiet, he continued. This is something I've never heard of. You're so talented. Why is he still a bell-level magician? Everyone is excited to look at you. Tell me now, he replied sheepishly. I'm just a normal person. Not being properly taught or trained. If I had been taught better, I may have saved more people. He put his hand up and rubbed his face pathetically. If you're in the magic tower, then you'll get endless help. Raphael is happy to talk. No more talking about the past. He smiled kindly. When they return to their world, looks like we're all going to get a decent amount. What are people going to do next? Azian looked around and said, I'm going to visit the families of my teammates. I'll return the remains to their families. He's afraid to come in front of the badge on his shoulder. They said they were always brave. His voice became interrupted. The last moment. And the Kier girl who looked far away. I will return to the Western Kingdom, and comforting the families of the dead. Your eyes are bright. All those who died for this world. If we were a place to remember them, that would be great. And everyone's eyes, it's towards the statue. John Israel said, I'll study how to prevent the risk. These labyrinths reappear. Because if other labyrinths appear again. His voice became loud. This world will definitely end. Right after that, Raphael looked at the girl and asked Han. What are you going to do? You are silent and say nothing. Everyone is staring at you. Curious, Raphael asked Han again. All right, you're Sao Dasit. I think you'll be welcome wherever you go. But John Israel's eyes seemed to say, come back with me. A voice echoing through. I'm going back to Hebrion Academy. Keep the basic quiet for a while. At this point, the fossil of the Kier dragon gradually cracked apart. You slowly stand up. I'll soon have the dragon resurrected. All the people are standing still. People are surprised by this situation. They're all screaming, it's alive. Blonde Kier panicked, wait a minute. It's not that we completed the mission. We have destroyed the dragon. Azian is serious. Maybe we haven't finished it yet. Decidedly hesitant. I thought he was dead. Israel is screaming now. It's impossible. I even checked to see if he's dead. The SS is the only one who remains calm. It seems that this time, John Israel realized something was wrong. Wait, maybe it's his heart. Everybody sit down and talk to each other. His heart continued. I read a book a long time ago. The heart of a dragon is like an engine. It's very similar to a circle. Magic, generating a large amount of magic power and sending it around the body. When the dragon died, it takes something to burn that magic. People think, if an engine loses control and overheats, that's what happens. But the words are not finished. She was immediately stopped by the girl. What are you talking about? It's simple. Basic's face became nervous. When you hear people say, that engine will explode, as soon as the words end, that's when the ground exploded. Why are we not told this? After writing the dragon, he answered, because this is the first time a dragon has been killed. In history, human beings, he saw the light in front of him. The magic is exploding. It's equivalent to level 7 magic. It's much worse than that. His eyes squinted. This amount of power is immeasurable. The power in front illuminated the sky. It's unfortunate, but we're all prepared. For the worst-case scenario, Raphael was unbelievably nervous. This is the end of SAO. The blonde Kier started praying. The Father in heaven, please let our souls. But the SS is still looking ahead. Basic squint. I feel this is how it all ends. I look at my hands fading. But it's now so clear that it's unimaginable. You're in a body, standing in a different position. When you look in the mirror, it's amazing. Standing in the middle of screaming. What the hell is this? He looked again closely at his hand. I thought I was dead. The scene in front of you is so strange. The sound of footsteps was getting louder and louder. Everyone is stunned by strangers. A voice echoing through. The footsteps also stopped. It's a pleasure to meet you all today. Beastie smiling confidently. I'm Professor Beasties. I know that a lot of you have gathered here. Looking forward to the academy, and for that reason, I can't let the 7 of you get away with it. People talk to each other. People like her are SAO professors. So sexy right now. A sound echoing through this ear over there. I heard everything you said. Don't jump in my mouth while I'm talking. She went back to looking serious, unfortunately. Not all of you will be accepted to school. She stopped for a moment. I was nervous when I heard her speak. According to the usual procedures, you're all going to do an entrance exam. Her eyes turned cold after the test. We'll only take 600 students. To Harvard Academy. People are talking again. Everyone knows what you're going to test. We don't always. Chris said the entrance exam will be. Your eyes are filled with shame. This time she said, complete missions in the dark world. Right from here, you seem to fall apart. What the hell is this? She's up there and she's still available to everyone. You don't have to be afraid. The world of darkness, what you're about to face, is not real. It's just a virtual reality world. To test your abilities. To squeeze the belly, my mouth doesn't make a sound. Really, Chris waved and smiled. You will be chosen as a guide. Explain to them everything in detail. Look at the image in front of you. I just heard her speak clearly. For lock 3.613. The 172 input test will start in the next 2 hours. She looked at the students below. See you all there. I ran away right now to surprise everyone. The input test. He stood at the side of a pole. Emaciated face. I came back at Hebrion Academy entrance examination. Hebrion, the nation's largest magic academy. Basic's eyes became confused. It's been 15 years since I graduated. If this is 3613, I've entered the world of darkness. A series of thoughts came up. It makes you angry. 15 after that. I've been trapped in the labyrinth of darkness. And the world was destroyed. 3626, I go back in time 13 years. All the scenes from the past come back one after another. Choking up your chest. If so, the pain I've been through for the last 15 years. The torments. The hatred and sacrifice of all. It's all about. There's no sense in this side of the students. Everyone is very excited. Only you are torturing yourself. Hand clasped tight. He banged his hands together. Sit in a corner, let people shout. My tears don't stop falling. Flag, the symbol of the academy, is still flying. Suddenly, two people came to look at me. I'm sure the civilians should leave him alone. Now I'm really sure this isn't a dream. I put my hands together, and I remember everything. There's a voice that says I'm looking for you. Slowly looking up at him. The radioya seems a little irritating. I didn't go where I was supposed to go, so I don't know where I went. You are a basic Acman, right? I stood up embarrassed and said I'm sorry. She turns around. It's okay. She's starting to introduce Theo. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Radioya Vondu Rich. You can call me Radioya. I'm a second-year student at the academy, and was assigned to be my guide today. Embarrassed, I look forward to your help. I looked carefully for a moment. A genius magician can do it. Maintain the circle. Level 6 magic with her half magic. During his time at the academy, she was always the top model student in the entire school. Now Radaria speaks. You don't have to worry about the entrance exam. I said you're just a little nervous. She laughed out loud. It doesn't have to be that way. That virtual reality world. Nothing compared to the real world of darkness. You're so curious. She went on. Test, just try it. I have the skills to survive in the real world of darkness. Or not. She put the tablet out in front of you. Wait, you're a civilian. It sounds like you're stuck. What's the problem with that? She's shy, you know, a commoner. If you get admitted to the academy, we'll be added to the beta class. People in beta's class. I've never been trained or taught well. She started to analyze. The classes are divided in the academy. There's a distinction in this academy. They got into alpha class. And civilians are put in beta class. Even if you're extremely talented. If you're a civilian, you will be divided. Perpetual discrimination in this academy. Radioya goes in front, she said. Well, here's the thing to worry about. After being admitted to the academy. And then she came back and told me. You know what the world of darkness is. I said you know. She froze again, doubtfully asked. Are you sure? If you want to enter the real world of darkness. You have to make sure you know everything about it. Even if you're in virtual reality now. It's still too dangerous. I stood there for a while. Rayoria can continue. To get the best results, I'm going to ask you some questions. So what's the world of darkness? You use what you've been through to answer the world of darkness. It's an extremely dangerous disaster that people have to face. It can be seen as a parallel world to this one. And it opens every year. In the world of darkness, there's a lot of different worlds. Some worlds are weak, but some worlds are extremely dangerous. Those worlds, it's based on historical events in the past. In the world we live in now. Because it's based on historical events in the past. So the Magic Council can divide it into 10 different levels of the dark world. The higher the level, the danger is increasing. The reason the world of darkness threatens humanity is because of the endless darkness. It's constantly eating away at the world we live in. Now any land is engulfed by darkness. Will disappear without a trace. And one more thing. No creature can live in the land. Was swallowed by the darkness. Doria was stunned to hear David explain. I said, that's the reason why. Your eyes now become more resolute. We need to do the job. To destroy the world of darkness. Raria stood still and said nothing. And then she signaled now. The world of darkness is now dominated by 2 places. Western Kingdom and Hebrion Academy. These 2 places are now rivals who are always competing with each other. Because both sides want 10 more holy things, as much as possible. And we're members of the Academy. So we're supposed to be in this race. She was going to say something, but she thought. Other factors such as outsiders. But she doesn't need to know it yet. And then she turned around. I want to know what it takes to do a mission in the dark world. No, he replied. I know. At this moment, your appearance is very strong. Because the world of darkness is a universe, parallel to the world we live in. Events that have occurred in the past. Repeat in the world of darkness. In the world of darkness, it's the exact opposite. Even though the world is constantly devouring the world we live in, there's only one way to do it. Is to directly enter the world of darkness and complete the mission. Request. For example, the context is a battle in the past. And if that battle is lost, you have to turn the tide. Turn that battle into a win. No matter what kind of dark world it is. There is always a mission for you to accomplish. And you just have to finish it to survive. The world of darkness. That's why people are always prepared. To get past the target, quest and defeat the world of darkness. I say now. 2 physical leaders in this is the Western Kingdom and Harvard. She's a little surprised. Radioya compliments you quite understanding. If you know that much, I don't need to worry. There's nothing else I can say to you. The 2 of them moved to the main house of the Academy. Half-friend. And then she moved inside. Put your card up now and scan it. Confirmation of student ID. The door opens. Invite a level 4 magic circle wizard. She took him inside for a tour. I raise my face and look closely. Look at the people talking happily. Watching the whole Academy flag flying. I stood still for a moment. When she saw you weren't moving, she asked, I don't seem overwhelmed by this place. I laughed. I've been to a building that's quite similar to this one. She smiles. Where else is like this SAO? The two of them moved in the hallway. Suddenly at this moment, Redaria was very surprised. The sound of footsteps suddenly echoed. Suddenly, two people came. It looks weird, oh. If you look at me, ask someone you know. And she said, well, he's Alpha. An Alpha bastard. No, I think he's using waterbending magic. And also Ra Doria's rival. The color of his face became distorted. I think it's because Ra Doria is the evil wizard. I couldn't get close to him. The two personalities are quite opposite, should lead to a stressful relationship. David tilted his head slightly. You don't seem very close to him. She's angry. Of course not. I loathe him. An arrogant bastard who's always bragging. Both sides looked at each other seriously. But now Alpha is joking about radar. You must be walking slowly because your legs are too short. The Radioya immediately responded. Still hasn't changed at all. A rotten man by nature, I don't question. I don't understand where that shit comes from. He's angry. That disrespectful attitude. It's perfect for a low-level fire wizard. You can't control your emotions either. Not a win yet. Not since you were taken down by that inferior fire system. He's getting more and more irritated. I don't know the difference between losing and losing. That's why you're worse than me. Loud laughing Radioya. Ha 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 ha, so I will always tell you this. If that's your true ability, please stop studying at this place. Both sides don't give in to each other. The air gets tense. He scowls at you. But change the subject now. You are the one who was instructed by Radara, Desir replied. Alpha continues. Very polite, not like the arrogant Gadiria. What's your name? My name is Desir Arman. He picked up the tablet and took a look. Let's see. Basic Arman, he smiled ridiculously. A civilian. He seems arrogant now. You can't guide a civilian. That's perfect. Redaria, I think the game is over. She screamed. What do you mean, angry Redaria? What do you mean? The game was over, and he handed me a piece of paper. You didn't check the group chart. Looking inside, he continued. We're in the same group. Alpha frowned. Your people will be eliminated. But you didn't accept his words. Who knows? There's no guarantee he'll be eliminated. Maybe even win. He said, don't make me laugh. That's not possible with ordinary people. You know, the instructor is a magic swordsman. She's suddenly a serious magic swordsman, oh my God. He points his hand to the back. If you don't believe it, you can check it yourself. She's standing still right now. What's your name? They looked at each other for a moment, smiling softly. The Kier girl was introduced as SS King Spring. Her eyes became unbelievably astonished. She checked in the system and said, a magical ice swordsman who uses magical vision. Magic circle magician level ba. together with the swordsman. More than a knight. She looked at the two of them thinking. How could there be someone like her? Right after that, the radar turned to look at the base. Compared to him, is so different in talent. There's a laugh right now, haha. The arrogant alpha said, where was the arrogant attitude just now? He laughed out loud. Ha 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 ha, then left her angry behind. Suddenly, as he came closer to you, he said, Okay, I'll give you some advice. His eyes were full of pity. You were lucky to get into school. You will be pushed to beta. And there's no reason to go to school. If you're in beta class, it's best to give up and get out of here. And then the two of them turned and left. I stand in the back, not knowing what to say. Look at the familiar back shadow. You smile contentedly. Ignore the anger now, a sound echoes. The entrance exam is about to start. Look at the speaker announcing the contestants. Please move to the designated area. Radara was more angry to see you like that. What are you laughing at? He said. Let's go. Everybody's gathered in the hall right now. The magic door is shining. Basic look around one turn. It was like this before. Now a voice is heard. I can't stand still. You're embarrassing our group. The shadow of Romantica appears at this time. You stand still. Strangers do Romantica. He rushed straight ahead. Hold her shoulder constantly. Shaking back and forth, I'm alive. I don't know. Is there any pain? She's angry. What are you doing? Realize that something is wrong. You stop fucking. I just did something very stupid. I let her go, now embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You must be out of your mind, and you panic backwards. How dare you touch me? Kier's civilian name in the back cracked a voice. Not really, Romantica. I thought I knew this was going to happen. But when I saw her, I can't control myself. Romantica is still panicking. I think I'm happy to see you healthy like this. Romantic. You're still holding your body in the past. Romantica, you know. After losing you, I was desperate. Basic screaming, sobbing like a child. Despair is almost swallowed up. You and I feel terrible. Look at the two familiar faces in front of you. I can't stop thinking. I must have gone back in time. When you haven't lost any of your loved ones. You've been given a second chance to fix it. Now I'm sure. I can't allow myself to waste this second chance. Your eyes are full of determination right now. I won't lose you again. I will definitely save you. Hold your hand tight to do that. Then an announcement came. Cutting off thoughts. This group's event has been decided. This group's event will be the same as the next group. This is a race on the planes of integrity. The goal of the mission in this world of darkness is you need to cross the finish line faster. Any AI finish line 8 kilometers away from the starting point. You can use magic in this race. Allowed magic, attacking other participants. For safety reasons, all the pain will be reduced by 80%. If you are punished or seriously injured, you will be considered dead and dragged out of the world of darkness. Immediately at this moment, the noise boomed. Fortunately, the challenge is to run. I heard that Group B still has to fight the giant buffalo. This is a pain. That means we have to fight each other, Romantica. Because we have a magic swordsman and a name. Useless civilians in the group. So make sure the race is just you and me, Chevet. You're right. Good luck, Romantica. You too, Chevet. The system sounds again. The gate to the world of darkness is about to open. Everyone involved, please stand in front of the door. Right now, all D team members are standing in front of the magic door. Large space opens up in front of the notification system. Kids has entered the plane of integrity of the world of darkness. The race will start in 3 minutes. Everyone involved behind the starting line. Now everyone is well prepared. Basic, speak up. Hello SS01, if you are interested. I noticed your expression. Maybe the SS can go back in time as well. She's the same as always. I can't guess what she's thinking. When you speak up, and you almost startle me. Then she said you were weak. Basic guessed I think the damn thing is. You told me that. Are you more serious now? You don't seem to understand. You're extremely weak. Your magic level is very low. Physical strength is also below average. You can get through the dark world around level 6. You think she wants to piss you off? But you keep talking. You don't have to worry. I have no intention of attacking you. I was surprised to hear those words. She turned to look at him blindly, and then go back to the way it was. I stood still when I heard your words. What's the point of attacking someone as weak as you? Notification system 10 seconds countdown. Everybody get ready. Basic is also in a state of preparation. The SS is serious. Romantica is excited. Chavry is also very interested. The system is now starting. Everybody's moving fast forward. An extremely steady stomping step. The smoke eyes out. It causes the people behind to slow down. SS is currently the leader. Dicit and Romantica are lagging behind the smoke. She's screaming right now. Are all of you running around in the dust? On the ground, there's a small animal eating grass. A foot stepped on it that was very surprising. Romantica smiled and said that the goblins. Sorry, they're cute, he said. I've always liked cute things. Is Romantica getting angry? What do you know about me? Focus on the race. But right now, I say, even if you focus on the race, in this situation, we're easily derailed. She screamed shut up in anger. Don't be friendly with me, commoner. I only smile when I hear her curse. She's screaming right now. You are so annoying. Why are you being made? Why do you smile disgusted, you say? Because you're happy. She yelled at Fat Teacher Ra that you're happy. The face became angry. You're irritating me. She's trying to accelerate really fast forward. I'm waiting for the opportunity to use it. But now I don't care. Now she's getting serious.